Howdy, Sandy's my name, and welcome to the game. How many people are playing today? We're playing solo, huh? All right then, let's have a name. Let's get this baby rolling. Pick which episode you want to play, and hit F to have a look at your favorites list. 30 seconds. Now look, your buzzer is going to be the letter B. That's B, as in bob, bobbing along. 20 seconds. All right, listen up. Take notes. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. Got that? See you on the flip side.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hello there, welcome to our Pets episode. You know, as a special treat, I was going to bring my dog Doodles to the studio. The only problem is, a couple of years back, my mom took little Doodles to a special farm where puppies can run around free and play with all the other puppies. Anyway, she lost the address, which is, kind of a drag. Oh well. Time to pick a category. Here we have 9 lives are no good if they're all sterile. I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. Got your buzzer fingers ready? Well now, how about the ones that type? Because this one's a fill in the blank. If your vengeful pet were to neuter the game show host who ends all of his shows by reminding people to spay or neuter their pets, who'd suddenly be shooting blanks? You want it, you got it. Mr. Bob Barker is the one who ends every episode of The Price is Right by reminding people to have their pets spayed and or neutered. Of course, your pet doesn't really have to seek its revenge through surgery. No, one well-placed bite ought to teach Bob a lesson. All right, I need a cat. We're calling this one, Math Makes My Cat Puke. You get it right, you get 2K. One question coming right up. If your cat hawks up a hairball that is a perfect sphere, how do you determine the area of the hairball? Multiply half its length by its height, multiply the square of its diameter by pi, multiply its radius cubed by 4/3, or multiply its circumference by 4. Last time I checked, you get the area of a sphere by multiplying the diameter squared by pi.
Okay, Fluffy, now do a dodecahedron.
All right, pick a category. Open wide and get ready for Off the Wagon and Into the Doghouse. $3,000 for this one. Okay, now, you know those dog food commercials where the tiny little chuck wagon rides like mad across the kitchen floor with the dog in hot pursuit? Yeah, sure you do. Well, get out your slide rule and tell me this. If a chuck wagon leaves the pantry traveling 1 foot per second and a dog going 4 feet per second leaves the pantry 6 seconds later, how long will it take the dog to catch the wagon? 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, or 4 seconds? Seconds, seconds, seconds. You know, if you say that word over and over again, seconds, 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 it really doesn't mean anything anymore. I'm sorry, am I distracting you? That hungry pup would be all over that miniature wagon in 2 seconds. Which just goes to show how unreal those commercials are. What with the chuck wagon always getting away? Oh, and not to mention the horses the size of ants? I mean, come on! Give me a category. This one's called Only Parts of New York Smell Like a Zoo. How does $2,000 sound? Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Which pets would you expect to be overrunning New York City's Coney Island? Pussycats, alligators, rabbits, or turtles? For for the curious, here's the right answer. Coney is a synonym of rabbit. Yo, move your freaking cottontail!
Why, I ought to bust you and your twitchy little nose!
Category. Well, very nice pickin'. Get ready to play a When Did Happen? All right, I'm going to... And, of course, you already know how to play. Excellent. The category for your When Did Happen is They Shoot Trivia Players, don't they? Okay, now, what would a pet episode be without a friendly, cheerful reminder that your cute little bundle of fur will one day kick the bucket? So, the main point for this one is, Stephen King's Pet Sematary hits the bookshelves. So tell me, did this sad event happen before Pet Sematary hit bookstores, after that, or did it never happen at all? That'll do it. Okay, let's take a look at the damage. A little bit messy, but not awful. Let's see how this treats your overall score. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we? Time to pick a category. May I introduce Walk Softly and Carry a Big Squeaky Toy. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Get the wax out of your ears, it's question time. If your dog is being housebroken on Roger Ebert's film reviews, to what newspaper do you subscribe? The Chicago Sun-Times, the New York Times, the Boston Globe, or the Washington Post? Oh, TV may have made him famous, but I've always known my close personal friend Roger Ebert as a writer for the Chicago Sun-Times. So now, if you're training your dog with his columns, does that make him a yellow journalist? Throw me a category. This category is known as French kissing in the litter box. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. So, you know the old saying, the cat's got your tongue, right? Well, if the cat actually did get your tongue, which of these membranes would it have to cut through? The septum, the perineum, the frenum, or the scrotum? That gross little veiny thing right here, anything I hear, that attaches your tongue to the bottom of your mouth is called your frenum. And that's exactly what you get when you let your cat play with the X-Acto knife. All right, I need a category. Let's take a look at Don Corleone doesn't like Don Johnson. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Yes, always time for little 80s trivia, wouldn't you agree? So think back to the days of pastel suits and windblown hair, because we're talking Miami Vice on this one. Imagine one of Sonny Crockett's enemies kills Crockett's pet and then sends it to him. What will Sonny most likely receive in the mail? Some tortoise-shell glasses, a feather boa, a pair of... Talk about your studs, huh? Sonny Crockett had a pet alligator.
Oh, don't, my Alley Wally gator is dead. They killed my Alley Wally. But hey, the shoes do go really well with this blazer.
All right. The category, why is incest okay for dogs? $2,000 for a correct answer. Hey, do you remember making family trees for school? You had a little chart showing your lineage and you had to bug your parents for all this information? Well, if your Irish setter is assigned to make a family tree, whom should it contact for lineage information? The American Kennel Club registers purebreds and keeps records on breeding. Of course, it's going to break your dog's heart when he finds out his mom was a bitch. Give me a category. Uh-oh, fresh slut tits eyesore.
It's time for a Gibberish Press Fund.
Let's see if you can make some sense out of this gibberish category. Never repeat yourself twice. The opening value of this gibberish question is 10,000 bucks. Okay, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this thing, but every second and a half, I'm going to take some of that cash back. Okay, take a look at this phrase and tell me what it rhymes with. Free cow, free cow, free cow, free cow. And of course, don't be fooled by that punctuation. Okay, here's the clue. It's the first 4 words. Make me proud. Type in your answer and hit. Man, you know, those Meow Mix cats have been singing for decades, and all of a sudden some rat dog comes along, says a couple of lines in Spanish about a taco, and everybody goes crazy. Man, that pisses me off. Especially when you consider that Meow Mix tastes much better than a stupid taco. Category, please. Let's have a big warm welcome for Who Left Rusty Out in the Rain Again? If you know this one, you're getting 4,000 bucks. And now, your question. If you were to breed Rin Tin Tin with a metallic canine, what would be the best name for the alloy puppy? Rin Steel Steel, Rin Brass Brass, Rin Pewter Pewter, or Rin Aluminum Aluminum? Pewter is a mix of tin and other metals like copper or lead.
Here, Rin Pewter Pewter, come on, boy. Look, I said, get the hell over here. All right, I'm getting the magnet.
Throw me a category. For your enjoyment, portrait of the artist as a young puppy. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Put your head between your knees, because we're going down. If your pet makes pet sounds, which of these will happen? Your pig will oink Ogden Nash poems. Your gerbil will squeak Beach Boys too. Pet Sounds is a very famous Beach Boys album. Hey, it could happen. My dog sounds like Bob Dylan. Time to pick a category. Let's see what we got going. Relevant experience, talking butt. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Okay, free your mind. Imagine that Ace Ventura, pet detective, decides to retire because he is not a detective. Who would be least likely to replace him? Jim Rockford, Barnaby Jones, Perry Mason, or Joe Mannix? Perry Mason's a lawyer, not a detective. Although he might still be able to help pets anyway.
Could you describe, in your own words, what happened the night of May 20th?
All right, I need a category. I believe this one is called Spaniels with Feathered Hair. How does $4,000 grab you?
She's pissed.
He's pissed.
We're pissed.
So pissed about a question. We're pissed about.
This here pissed about a question letter is from Mandy R. in Rockaway, New Jersey. Rock on, Mandy. Anyway, she'd like to shed some light on one of our questions.
There is a question that asks what 1970s song does not talk about someone dying. Your answer is the song Mandy. In fact, that song was written about the feelings Barry Manilow had when he put his dog to sleep. I thought I would bring it to your attention.
Well, thanks a lot, Mandy. I'm surprised Barry never mentioned it, us being such close personal friends and all. Anyway, say just for a minute, Mandy's story about the dog being put to sleep is true. If Barry Manilow had been less cryptic in his lyrics, what would he have sung after "You came and you gave without taking"? But I anesthetized you, oh Mandy. But I cauterized you, oh Mandy. But I emasculated you, oh Mandy. Or, but I euthanized you, oh Mandy. Putting your dog to sleep is the soft-hearted term. Euthanizing is the technical term. Killing is the truth. So what, now I'm supposed to feel sorry for Barry, huh? Is that it? Yeah, well, not me. He didn't have to have his dog put down. He could have had him go to the puppy farm where my doodles went. They play all day there and get ice cream. Welcome to the Jack Attack. Oh, well, someone's been attacked before. Let's see how much you've learned. Here's your clue. There's a little pet in everything. So don't be afraid if I start humping your leg. Good luck! Nicely done, nicely done. Now let's see what you did to your score. That's the game. Way to go, my friend. Like I always say, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose as long as you get to play with yourself. Now get the hell away from the computer, will you? Because
You don't know Jack!
Sounds like someone
Okay, so you're on the high scoreboard of a You Don't Know Jack game. Well, to know this much about trivia makes you someone others can look at and, well, pity, I guess. If you want to keep the world of responsibility at bay just a little longer, we can play another game. Just let me know what you want to do. Don't forget to hit F if you want to make this episode a favorite.
See what I mean?
Also available, the Screaming Mimi smoke detector and the Screaming Mimi baby monitor.
Tonight on the World of Sports Network 2, we continue with our countdown of the worst athletes of the 20th century. At number 67, 11-year-old Billy Wainwright, fourth string running back for the Oak Hill Township Lions.
This is so dumb! I hate you, Dad! You're not even my real dad! I never wanted to play this stupid game in the first place!
Billy Wainwright, the boy who never wanted to play this stupid game in the first place.